I'm back again, you know already, with another round of sports reviews, but today we are doing the Toronto FC player pyramid for 2020, the roster, which is all here. This is the Orlando preseason camp roster. It has the TFC2 players and TFC players on it that basically mean something. And also, I will put Pablo Piatti on this pyramid because, let's be honest, he's basically signed. We're just waiting for the medical. So, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not good at math, okay? I'm not good at math. I don't know. 5 tiers. 5 tiers. I can count, but I'm not good at math. 5 tiers. And I kind of just woke up. I've had a really trash morning. Woke up, went back to sleep, woke up, whatever. But point being, 5 tiers. We got 5 tiers. Superstar, great, good, okay, trash. But unlike Steve Dangle's pyramids, it's not everybody else. I will name names. I will name names for this tier because it's enough to where I could name names. Just be like, boom, boom, boom. You get my point. So great, or superstar, great, good, okay, you suck. Okay? We got that. Good. So we'll start with the first tier, then the second tier, then the third tier, then the fourth tier, then the fifth tier. We're going to talk about these players, and I'll go in order. I'll talk about every single one of them that I put down in each tier. So you're welcome. Let's do the first tier. As you can see, the only player on the first tier is Alejandro Pozuelo. Because I do think there's a lot of great players on this team, but there's only one superstar. Only one superstar in Alejandro Pozuelo because, let's be honest, he's a great player. He has the potential to be greater than any MLS player will ever be. I think by the time his career's over, he's going to be the best MLS player to ever play in this league. I really do. Or at least play for Toronto FC. And be like top 7. Alejandro Pozuelo is one of the best players I've ever seen play. Like any footballer. Not just MLS. This dude is a freaking star. Like a legitimate star. I don't care. This dude is what Messi would actually be if he actually could win trophies. Let's be honest. This dude is a freaking star. And you may not like it, but it's damn true. Alejandro Pozuelo's a star. Superstar. And this season is going to be perfect for him. This season with a full rest, the full rest that he has this season, going into this season, he's going to do so well. He's going to do so well. You think he could get he'll get 14 goals and 14 assists almost even before halfway, which is what he got last year. This year, he's going to get so many. He's going to get so many goals and assists. I'm just saying. Only player in the superstar tier, Alejandro Pozuelo. So let's move on to the second tier. And I'll try to do this a little bit quicker, but you get my point. Let's move on to the second tier. Now, the second tier. We have 6 players in the second tier. And some of you are going to get pissed off when I get done with it because I guarantee you will. First off, Michael Bradley in the second tier. Why? Because he's still a good central defensive midfielder. And people are going to say, but he's hurt for the first half of the year. Up until at least June, maybe July, depending on when he gets fit. But here's the thing. He's still a good CDM. He's still a good defensive midfielder. I like that he re-signed. I don't like how he did it because he basically costed us Lucas Cavallini by holding it up like he did. Or if the front office did. I don't know who held it up like they did. But if we didn't, we would have got Lucas Cavallini, I think. Which would have been better than Pablo Piatti, which I will get into. I'll get into somewhere. I'm not so sure where I think I know where I'm going to put him, but I'm not sure. If there's too many players that are third tier, I may throw him in the fourth tier, but But Michael Bradley, great player. I still think he has a lot to show. I think when he gets back from injury, he'll do just as fine. This is his only major injury since 2014. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. Second, Josie Altidore. People be like, Altidore. People say, like, he gets hurt a lot. But here's the thing. He's still a good striker. He still scores a lot. He still scores a lot. He still plays well when he's on the pitch. He may have some behavioral problems. He may have some morale problems. But really, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Javinko did. We didn't care. Now Josie does. I mean, the club cares and we sort of care because I guess the club's putting it out there because they want this new... I don't know how to put it. They want this new way they act or new morale or something. I don't know. Josie's still a great player. He's not a superstar because of the injuries, but everything else, he's a good player. I wouldn't knock him down. 2 is great for him. Omar Gonzalez. Omar Gonzalez. Why? Well, here's why. He's the only shutdown center back we have. Our defense was so damn horrible until we got Omar. 2018. It was somehow good in Champions League, but ever since then, they've been shipping goals for fun. Even when Westberg was in goal, they still shipped goals for fun. Omar Gonzalez, as soon as he came in, they stopped doing that. He's a shutdown center back. And I guess he's taught the other center backs how to play and defenders how to play, because in the playoffs, when he wasn't playing, Simo and Mavinga looked good. And they got to the final without him. So I guess they're learning something, how to be shut down center backs. But I hope we're not in a position like that again this year. Hopefully Omar can play as much as he can, and then we're deuces, we're great, Another great player, Richie Laryea. Richie Laryea, why? People are like, dude, you must have turned pretty quickly. No, I didn't turn pretty quickly, okay? Here's why. I said, ever since like the 3rd game he started, 4th game, he was looking really good. And he started playing better after like the 4th game he started, and I admitted it. By the time he got that U.S.-Canada call-up, I believed he deserved to get that call-up. Ever since the Gold Cup, I was like, you know what? Larrea's a good player. He's a good right back. He's better than Zachary Broguiard. He's better than Marcus Godinho. He deserves the call-up. If you could get a call-up from somebody who's already pretty much established in a national setup, you're a good player. You're a damn good player. And Richie Laryea is a great right back. I think he's better than Alrol. I really do. I don't know. If you don't think he's better, fine. But I think Richie Laryea is damn good. He's better than Alrol. He's a great right back. And if we have to play him at left back to cover instead of, because we got rid of Ashton Morgan and he went to Real Salt Lake, fine. I'm cool with that one too. I think that's what they were kind of planning for at the end of the season there, because they did that a couple of times. They either put Alrol at the left or Laryea at the left, or Morrow was there. But I think they planned for that, because I think I saw that a couple of times at the end of last year. Next player, Jonathan Osorio. Of course I'm going on with my agenda. What'd you think I was going to do? I put Laryea up there. Of course I'm continuing my agenda. You think I forgot? As soon as he got over his anemia, he started looking really good last year. And he still looked good in the January camp for Canada. This dude is still a good player. And he's still got a good season in him. Y'all need to stop sleeping. Y'all really do. Jonathan Osorio's got a good season in him, and I guarantee you it's going to be a great season. I guarantee you. He's going to have a good season. I just hope that the anemia don't come back. But he ended last season well. He played well in the January camp for Canada. I think he's going to be just fine. Just fine. Finally, Quentin Westberg. He's basically the reason why we had the run that we did. If that was Alex Bono, we would have finished probably 10th and 7th in the conference. Oh no. 7th is still playoffs. Like 9th. But we wouldn't have had a home field match, and we definitely wouldn't have made the MLS Cup. We went where we went because of Quentin Westberg. So, yeah, that's obvious. So let's move on to the 3rd tier. Let's go. the third tier. First, Alro Jr., as I said, good right back, good player, but I don't think he's as good as Richie Laryea. He's a good defender. He really isn't as good attacking, but honestly, when you're a defender, you know. And these aren't really in order, the names, except they're just in the right tier. They're not in order, don't worry. If I had so many names, I'm not going to just like... The point of this is not to rank them. Well, it is to rank them, but it's not to like rank them 1 to 5. It's not to rank them in order. It's to rank them in the tier they are, if you didn't get that. But Alro, good player, but that's what he is, good player. Next, Laurent Simon. He's a good defender. I like watching him play. He did better at the end of the season than he did at the start. He grew into playing as a center back for TFC. He probably learned some things from Omar and Mavinga, so I'm not going to complain. But, yeah. Next up, Niall Higgins from Syracuse. Yes, Hughes has another guy to have an agenda for. Hopefully Niall Higgins ends up better than the guy who's going to end up in the bottom tier. You know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but Niall Higgins, he looks like a good player from what I've seen from his tapes. He looks like a good player. I hope to see more of him in the preseason. I'm sure we will. But from so far, from what I could see from the small bit I've seen, Higgins deserves the third tier. He was a first-round pick for a reason. I know the super draft is more like a stupid draft, but I have a feeling Toronto normally kind of gets it right, don't they? Because Tsubasa Endo, I think they normally get it right. So, not a problem. Next up, Chris Mavinga. He's a great defender. He still makes a couple of mistakes. He's not a shutdown center back like Omar is, so that's why he's third tier. But Chris Mavinga is good for this team. He plays well, and yeah, he makes mistakes, but he's good enough. He's good enough. Next up, Justin Morrow. Good left back. He's good attacking. He's good defending. He's fell off a bit from 2017 form, but that's normal when you're getting older. That's normal. I'm not blaming him for the own goal at all. He was going to be third tier no matter what, had we won the cup or not. He's a good player, and he's serviceable. He's a good player. So, Nick DeLeon. Same type of thing. Good player, good midfielder, can play wherever you need him to play. He can play the defense, midfield, hell, he could probably play as a forward. He's a freaking Swiss Army knife, let's be honest. I like Nick DeLeon. He's a great player. I like watching him play. He deserves the third tier. He's not a superstar, great, but he's good, but he's bordering on it. It's not like, you know. Next up, Marky Delgado. Mr. Final Year, let's get it. Mr. I'm going to be a little bit snarky on Twitter and then get an interview with KJ because reasons. Yeah, sell the boy. He's a good player, but we know what he wants. He could fall down to the fourth tier if he lets this thing get him too much in the head. But we're not re-ranking in the middle of the season. This is just the start of the season. But if this gets in Delgado's head, he's not going to be a third-tier player. But if he plays like he needs to play, he'll be a good player. But if he lets this get in his damn head, he's not going to be a third-tier player. Let's move on. Tsubasa Endo, third tier. Yeah, I know you're out there, Endo haters. He's better than Erickson Gallardo. Get over it. He's a good winger, and he can actually score. He's not just a pace merchant, you... Stop it. And by the way, stop it. I know you're out there, Endo haters. Watch this video. I know you're out there. Next up, Liam Fraser. The God. The Savior. Not the God. The Savior. The Savior. It's Liam Fraser season. He'll do just as good as Bradley at CDM, I guarantee you. We're not going to have a problem at all. He's a good player. I like watching him. He's good. Honestly, I think he's a little bit better than Bradley, but it's probably because he's younger and he can run a bit more. But other than that, I think he's good enough. Next up, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy. 15-year-old signing, homegrown from TFC2. I know he probably doesn't deserve third tier because TFC2 and anybody can really look good on that team because you're playing younger players and, you know, he's probably not going to look that good in the MLS, but from what I've seen of him, he's a great player. But hey, Jacob Schaffelberg, he played well for TFC2 and then translated that to the main team until he got benched for Benazet. I think Marshall Ruddy could if he got a chance, but he's not. But he could. Speaking of Jacob Schaffelberg, he's on the 3rd tier as well. Jacob Schaffelberg, good winger. I like watching him play. He can't really score, but he's not just a pace merchant. He can find the good pass. He can find a good run. He's way better than Erickson Gallardo. I hope, if you don't want to start Endo, I hope Schaffelberg starts. But he probably won't, because of reasons. They've hyped Gallardo way too much. Next up, Io Akinola. Josie 2.0. And Josie said that one himself, so don't get at me. He said that himself. Josie said that himself. Akinola, great striker. I think he deserves more game time, but as much as he had, I think he's 3rd tier. He's not okay, he's not great, he's just good. I think he's better than okay. And if they give him time, you'll see that. Next up, Jaden Nelson, the prodigy, young boy, Canada soccer, great player. I like watching Jaden Nelson play. Yeah, I believe in the youth a little bit. Who doesn't? I believe in the youth. Who doesn't? What, you think I don't? Whatever. Jordan Peruzza. Good player, good striker. He bagged a lot of goals in USL League One last year. I think he's a great player. If he deserves to get some time behind Josie and Akinola as well. Especially because Pablo Piatti. What a horrible signing. What a horrible signing. I'll do a full video when it's official, but let me just get into it right now. Way too injured. Just a basic winger. He ain't even a striker. We already know what the hell happens when we put short people as striker. It don't work. We need a target man. It don't work. It don't work. Look at 2018. It don't work. This dude, if Josie's hurt, is just a winger. And he probably gets hurt just about the same amount of time, okay? So that's why Akinola and Peruzza have open spots. And frickin' play them over Mullins, damn it. Okay? But Pablo Piatti, probably going to be way too injured. He's not a perfect striker. They said themselves they were going to get a winger/striker because they know Josie's getting hurt. They didn't do it. They got Pablo frickin' Piatti. Idiots. The only reason I'm putting him 3rd tier is because he's a DP and he did somehow get behind Messi in Player of the Season 3 years ago. Maybe he'll play like that in MLS. Maybe. But I don't think so. He doesn't deserve anything higher than 3rd tier. He really should be in the 4th tier. And if he really should be in the 4th tier, but I'll put him in 3rd tier because he's a DP. And I don't give a crap about the new rules. I don't have time to explain those. He's a DP. They're not going to take his freaking costs down. Unless it's like 2 million. Maybe then they will. But it's going to be like 4 million. We're overpaying for this jack-off. We're overpaying for this jack-off and we know it. Let's do the 4th tier. With the 4th tier, honestly, I'm just going to say the names because they're good players. They're just good. They're mostly youth players and players that are just good. I'll just say their names. Maybe I'll run through them after I say them, but I think these are kind of like safe, good player picks before the 5th tier, which I really will get onto some people for. So, Eric Klinovsky, goalkeeper. Kevin Silva, goalkeeper. The point will be made later. Julian Dunn, Malik Mbaye, Rocco Romeo, Simon Waver, Griffin Dorsey, Tariq Muhammad, TFC 2 and D3, that one's for you, but he's a good player. He may even deserve to be 3rd tier, but whatever. Noble Okello, Fido Ovale, he follows me on Twitter. That's awesome. Luca Petrasso, Ralph Priso. Yeah, there's Petrasso. Matt Serbley, Iafunyachi Achara. I need to work on that. Patrick Mullins. That's your 4th tier. It's nothing special. Good players. Some of them have potential, like an Mbaye or a Dunn or a Muhammad or a Petrasso or a Ovale. Some don't. Patrick Mullins. Some of them don't. Patrick Mullins. So, yeah, 4th tier. I'm going to really get into the 5th tier. I'm trying to save some time here. I'm going to get really into the 5th tier. So, let's write down the 5th tier, like 3 or 4 players, and I will own them verbally. Let's go. 5th tier. And your fifth tier, the worst of the worst, the players that need to go now, we wasted money on or whatever. First off, Alex Bono. The worst goalkeeper. Actually, we have problems with goalkeepers all the time. This ain't some freaking normal. This is just normal for us. We have one good goalkeeper. They go to crap, and then we have to get another one. Bono's just another in the line of the players that we screw up on. Gave him a freaking 4-year contract, TAM and all of that. We should trade him to freaking LA or something. They need a goalkeeper and bring up Klonowski or Silva. They're going to freaking ride the bench until Canadian Championship anyway, and Quinton's going to do everything. So get rid of him and send him to LA. Put him in the hands of somebody who deserves to suck. The Levas. The Levas. I mean, we need to win the Supporter Shield anyway. Send them to the freaking Levas and make them suck, you know? Are they going to be that stupid? I don't know, but worth something. He sucks. He can't distribute the ball. He can't save the ball. He sucks. He sucked since 2018. Ever since we lost the Champions League, he's lost his freaking composure. He sucks. Simply put. Can't do nothing. He lost his freaking talent. Can't do nothing. Maybe he could save it as the Levas, but, you know, I just want to see him suck. So send him to LA, like you said you were. And bring up Klonowski or Silva. Next up, Eric Zavaleta. Do I even need to explain myself? Do I even need to explain myself? No. No, I don't. We all know he sucks. He blocked me on Twitter because he probably vanity searches his own self. Yeah, he blocked me on Twitter. I didn't even tag him in anything. He probably vanity searches himself. And you can't do that on Instagram. That's probably why I'm not blocked there. But he probably vanity searches himself. He blocked me. Because he vanity searches himself. So that tells you what he is. That tells you what he is. The horrible defender, and he vanity searches himself. So he knows he sucks. So why don't you plug away at it, boy? Or, oh wait, your uncle is your manager. Okay, so you're not going to plug away at it. You'd rather sit on the bench. Good to know. Good to know. You suck. And by the way, you took Uncle Drew's number 3, which sucks even more. That's insulting. That is insulting. Wow. They could have given it to somebody like, I don't know, Fraser. Hell, even Piatti. Dorsey. You're going to give it to somebody who actually deserves it, not you. They gave you Uncle Drew's number 3. Jesus Christ. And then finally, last player on this list, Erickson Gallardo. The worst player ever since the good ages. I know we still had Mista and frickin'... Yeah, I know we had those guys. But in the current era... The good era. The great era. Erickson Gallardo. Erickson Gallardo. He's the worst player we've ever bought. He's the worst player Toronto FC has ever bought in the good era. He is trash. He is a pace merchant who can't score goals. And hell, we got another winger who does the same damn thing. Who's even more injured. We could have kept Nicola Benezet for crying out loud. We could have bought him and loaned in Gallardo and got rid of Gallardo when we had to bring back Bradley. But no, we loaned in the wrong guy, and now he's in Colorado, and I damn sure know he's going to make us pay, and Erickson Gallardo is trash. So, you see what it is. Now, I still have those Australian fire relief causes links in the description. Go buy a shirt because the proceeds go to Australian fire relief causes or donate to the Australian Red Cross. Go into the description down below. Check them out. If you could donate, do whatever you can. Let's help make the world a better place. If you liked this video, if you liked it, share, subscribe, comment. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Here's the full player pyramid if you couldn't really see it. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. Come on, you Reds.